lovely Milky Way galaxy. Before I start today's vlog, I understand that I ask too much. I ask things that are possibly impossible to happen. But that doesn't mean, sure, they may seem impossible to most, but to me, whether you care to admit it to yourselves, this is my life. This is my choices. These are things that I want to have happen. Whether it's having a celebrity or a YouTuber or a friend I haven't seen in a long, long time come to my birthday, I'm going to have them come to my birthday. It may just take a little bit more money, and it may take a little bit more patience and understanding, but eventually those things will happen. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There's no right way to say things like that. You know, everyone has their own opinion. And sure, some opinions could be right and some opinions could be wrong. My take on it is that I want my 35th or my 40th or my 50th or my 75th to be special. And what I mean by special is that I want it to be memorable. I want it to be epic. I want it to be the best birthday I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I realize that 35 is not that special of an age term. 40, 50, and 75, all great ages to turn. I'm not saying that one birthday is better than the other. 50 is pretty memorable because it's halfway to 100. It's a half a century old. But I digress. The real reason I wanted to do this vlog today is because there's a couple of things that are happening this month. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So this is Women's History Month, where we celebrate all women in every aspect of life. Whether it was 100 years ago, whether it was 50 years ago, whether it was 10 years ago, whether it was 5 years ago, you know, women are important to every aspect of life. Whether we care to admit it or not, women are a vital part of life. They give birth. They could be great presidents, CEOs, heads of companies. You know, we could have potentially have our first woman president. You know, at some point in the future. You know, it's just women are just a key part of everyday life, whether it's understood or accepted. You know, it's there, and that's what this whole month is about. It includes women like Rosa Parks or Betty Ross or, you know, things of women like that who had a huge part to play in history during the segregation period, or, you know, making the first, or I don't know if she made the first flag, but, you know, she sewed the United States flag about, I think it was like 150, 200 years ago. You know, there's just so many great women in history that we don't talk about, that we should talk about. And there are women today that we should be talking about and that are important to our lives, whether it's our mothers, our aunts, our female cousins, you know, our sisters, our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, you know, great aunts, you know, all of that stuff. Every single person in our lives that are women should be important. The second thing I wanted to discuss today is that, you know, I have been going out a lot lately. Whether it's going to the grocery store, whether it's going to Kohl's, whether it's going to the movie theaters, whether it's going to get food. I've just been going out all over the place. And there are certain things that I've been looking at possibly getting in the future. Like when I went to Kohl's today, there was an Irish shirt that I'm hoping I can get in the next, you know, couple of days. It's a green shirt that has like it's kind of like a button-up shirt, but it's a graphic tee, and it says "Kiss Me" on right here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing to. And then the other shirt that I was looking at potentially getting, it says Hogwarts 9 3/4, which is the platform to get onto the Hogwarts Express that takes you to Hogwarts. Even though I realize that Hogwarts is a fictitious place, and it's based off of a movie that's Harry Potter related, and there's other things that I've been looking for getting as well, like the Uncharted 4, the Lost Thieves, a couple of movies, a couple of TV shows, all of that fun stuff. And it's not just that, it's all kinds of other stuff as well. It's like getting groceries that I think I would like to eat or drink or things of that nature. Going to see movies like Uncharted last week, getting my hair cut. I've just been doing so many things over the last... Sure, I haven't showed to you guys. I mean, you guys see my haircut, even though it's kind of a mess right now. But the fact of the matter is that I have been going out a lot recently. And I want to continue to go out a lot more. Whether it's... Maybe I do something on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I go see the new Batman film next week. Or maybe I don't. Or... doing more spring-like things outside. And I'm not just saying, going to the movie theaters. I'm not just saying going to get food at a restaurant or things of that nature, or going to the grocery store. I want to do more things outside. And sure, I may not be able to show it to you guys unless it's on Instagram or I talk about it here on the vlogs. Maybe I'll start showing it to you guys. Or maybe I won't. I don't know what the future has in store, but... Hopefully I can get those 2 shirts. And I was looking at possibly getting some new shorts as well. Because I've been wearing... and I'm talking about shorts, not like basketball shorts. I'm talking about actual shorts that I can wear in the summertime and the springtime and all of that stuff. And getting brand new shirts that could be fun to wear in the future. Whether it's that Irish shirt that I was telling you about. Or that Harry Potter shirt. Or whatever it may be. It's just, there's just so much stuff in the world that I'm missing out on. And I realize that. I want to go to a San Francisco 49ers game in the fall. I want to go to a SF Giants game or a couple of them again sometime in the next 5 years. I want to go to concerts again. I want to go to a Golden State Warriors game. I want to do all these things. And I know I'm saying want. But I also need to do these things because I want to support my teams. I want to see them firsthand. Whether it's the Golden State Warriors, whether it's San Jose Sharks, whether it's the San Francisco 49ers, or the SF Giants, or the Ohio State Buckeyes. I want to go see these sporting events. I want to go see these. I need to go to these sporting events and these concerts and all these other things that I've been trying to plan for the future. Like going back to Disneyland, or Disney World for the first time in a long time. Planning this big event for either my 35th, my 40th, my 50th, or my 75th. Whatever that entails. And I know I'm still 2 years away from my 35th birthday. I know I'm still 7 years from my 40th birthday. And I know I'm still 16 or 17 years from my 50th, and even longer to my 75th. I'm just excited for the future, not only for myself, but for you guys to witness what I do out there, outside this room, outside in the real world out there, whether it's going to hang out with friends at a bar, or going to dinner with friends sometime this year, or maybe even next year, or the year after, or, going to my 20-year high school reunion when that happens in 7 years from now. Or actually, it's going to be 6 after this year. Things like that really interest me. And I'm not saying I'm going to film my friends or, film things like that. But I want to do more things with people in the future, because at the end of the day, I'm an extrovert. Whether you believe it or not, I am an extrovert. I love to talk. I love to communicate with friends and family and all of that fun stuff, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, sometimes Twitch, all of that stuff. That's what's important to me. And it will always be important to me, to stay in contact with someone I went to high school with, or someone I went to junior college with, or someone that I may have worked with at some point. And yes, I have had a job before. Or, someone I'm talking to on Twitch, or things of that nature. So, I just thought I'd share that with you. There are no birthdays today. The next birthday, we have like a few birthdays tomorrow, which we'll get into as well. So, happy first day of March. I will be vlogging every single day of March, from today all the way until the end of the month, which is the 31st. And there's a lot of stuff happening. Like, for example, like I've mentioned, there's this is Women's History Month. We've got St. Patrick's Day right around the middle of the month. We've got birthdays to celebrate. We've got the first piece of information in a couple of days on March 4th. Then we have one on March 8th, I believe, or is it March 14th? I can't remember. I have to go and look. So with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow with a brand spanking new vlog. Sayonara, ciao, arrivederci, adios, salon, and aloha, and all of the other goodbyes that you could possibly think of in every language that exists out there. And goodbye.